A lot of car enthusiasts were upset when they initially heard the Mustang brand, the name was traveling over to an SUV and an electric SUV on top of that. All right, so I want to turn this radio off. How do you turn this? Where's the volume? Volume. All right, there we go. When you're in an electric car, when you put it in drive or whatever gear, reverse, she's not going to automatically take off. You're going to have to press the gas, which is probably not the right word I should be using right now. It's the accelerator. This steering wheel is really easy to deal with. You can just throw it around. Put these on. All right, so what other word comes to mind when driving this so far is effortless. I look forward to when the Bronco comes out with the electric version, if they're going to come out with an electric version, because my biggest issue with the Bronco was it sounded like a lawnmower when driving it. It did everything, it's built to do everything it needs to do, but it definitely sounded like a lawnmower. Steering wheel, effortless feel. Acceleration is very linear. Good visibility. I like the suspension going over those little bumps there. Let's see how the brakes are. I'm not going to slam on these brakes. So this Ford, you can pick it up at Angela Krause, the Ford dealership located in Alpharetta, Georgia. Little road noise, very little road noise, quiet on the inside. And I guess we're gonna be able to tell how good this audio shows up or not. In my personal vehicle, it would be not good audio at all. My car is really loud, I have a loud exhaust, V8. We're back to the review. So how do I feel? I mean, I drive these roads all the time. Yeah. I could definitely see myself driving this as a daily driver. Let's see if she has a little bit of pickup. Yeah, no whine, no build up in the engine, like, and then it takes off. No, none of that inside of here. Good brakes. So with electric vehicles, when you brake, if you don't know about this, if you don't own one already, or if you don't know the specs about it, when you brake, it's regenerating energy back into the battery. A lot of car enthusiasts were upset when they initially heard that the Mustang brand, the name was traveling over to an SUV and an electric SUV on top of that. They were not happy about that. I mean, folks who don't know anything about cars or not mechanically inclined or basically not involved in the world of cars, they know the name Mustang. So you put that name on top of a new vehicle, it gives it more credibility. And I think that was a good marketing move. I wouldn't be shocked if Ford comes out with more models using that Mustang brand. And to my car enthusiasts, I'm a car enthusiast as well. Love Mustangs, love muscle cars, period. I've owned quite a few myself. I'm a track enthusiast on top of that. And guys, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with moving that name over to another line and building up that brand. I wouldn't be shocked if Ford comes out with another car that would fit in this lineup, and it's just give it a different name. It's a name, Mach E. You have the Mustang GT, you know exactly what that is. All right, back to the review. All right, as a daily driver, oh, we have a lot of sun here. As a daily driver, definitely this fits the bill. A lot of braking power in the first 20% of pressing the gas, but let me check that out again. Let me verify that again. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of the initial power going to the brakes is an initial the first 20%. Yeah, the first 20%. Oh, I felt some feedback in the steering wheel there. I prefer it to be a little bit more linear, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's adjustable in the software. There was a car rented. It was the Range Rover. Which Range Rover was that? The smaller one. I think it starts with a V. That car, when I drove it and I pressed the brakes, oh my God, the power being sent to the brake was an initial 10%, so it really threw me off. And the car I rented after that, I forgot what car that was. It was so weird going from one car to the other. The other one was very linear. It felt, you know, through the range, it corresponded with the braking power. So if I gave it 5%, if I pressed it 5%, pressed the pedal 5%, I felt like I was getting about 5% of power sent to the brakes. Unfortunately, driving the Range Rover, it was an unpleasant experience pressing the brakes because there was so much power being sent to it initially. So yeah, this car definitely drives smooth. As far as a daily driver, yeah, this car definitely fits the bill. I love the interior. I'm not so much of a fan of how the screen is, but if you're gonna put a screen there in this manner, make sure it's big. In the Bronco, it was pretty short and it felt like it was a last minute, let's place a screen here idea. And I'm not a fan of that look. It also has a minimalistic look on the interior. The exterior is not flashy, it's subtle, but it still looks modern. Doesn't look like a lot of cars on the road nowadays, even though this is aerodynamically shaped. Like all the other SUVs in this segment, aerodynamically shaped. The Bronco totally looks like a box and it stands out among other cars in this segment. But this one stands out as well. And part of that is because of the lights, the Mustang lights in the back has that aggressive look. And the front of it. Now I'm not too much of a fan of the front, but I've seen worse on electric vehicles.